Hey, good evening. What's up, guys? So we're here for another episode of in the Attic. Short conversations among friends about the simplest of things, backed up by the deepest of thoughts. So tonight, actually, what time is it, boys?
10.
Yeah, so I'm here right now
10
with
p.m.
the
on the
boys.
dot.
We're your hosts. I'm Albert. Miguel's here. Dom's is here. Mr. Mar Antonio's here. So yeah, what's good,
Mm.
boys?
What's up? So
Balita.
this is
Good
our second
evening.
night episode.
Yeah,
Oo nga eh.
I suppose like we've been like busy during like Sunday mornings, but it's all good. At the end of the day, we're out here
Yeah.
chugging it,
I
chugging.
really,
You know, just
I'm not gonna lie, lighting is a lot better in the morning
that's,
or in the
Of course.
afternoon.
For
So
afternoon,
we have to
syempre.
make do with this.
no, but real.
So
Unless may ring lights tayo dapat. Para
yeah,
professional
you need,
setup, pre.
you need to buy those.
Time,
You need to buy
good
those
time.
things. I didn't kill it.
But yo, actually, that's a good way to actually transition to our topic. Because in a way, the fact that we're here continually chugging away with things, something that
Mm-hmm.
tie in with our whole topic, which is like we were talking about how we could have a conversation on what actually motivates us, like in general, like nowadays. It could be like
Yeah,
in any aspect of your life.
yeah,
It
Mm-hmm.
could be in the physical, in the mental realm. It could be in the professional realm, or
yeah,
whatever you're
yeah.
passionate about, really. So
Yeah.
Mm.
we could like, how do you guys want to like jump in and start off with that? Because
No,
it's one hell of a
because
topic.
yeah, because I think this is such a good topic to talk about now, because I think ever since the lockdown, since we've gotten into this routine, every day it's the same thing over and over again,
Yeah,
it's so easy to get lost and not do anything. Because it's the same thing over and
Mm.
over. Parang we're not on our feet anymore. Like, sorry, we're not on our toes anymore.
that's
You
true.
get what I mean? Because it's the same
Predictable na
thing.
masyado lahat.
Everything's too predictable. So it's
Yeah.
so easy. It's so easy to just okay, let's just wait for the lockdown to end and then let's go back to normal.
Yeah,
But that's the scary things. We don't know when this lockdown will end. So we still have to move on our own, whether it be shooting this podcast, starting a business for financial, take
mm.
care of our mental health, physical health. So I think it's a good topic to talk about.
Yeah.
True.
Let me single out ourselves with this topic, so we can just like have a diverse conversation with it too. Like, let me start off with the boy Mar Broski. Like, for one, nowadays, how do you like stay mindful with like not being stagnant with things? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, to be honest, like, contrary to the fears of just having a predictable day, I think for me it helps to have sort of a structure to my day in the sense na
Mm,
I I know that the day will not be as stagnant
mm,
as I parang na it's not gonna make me as uncomfortable as I like it. Alam mo yun? Na
yeah,
for example, I wake up, I eat the same breakfast every day.
yeah.
Literally, yeah. I literally eat
No,
the
but
same
true.
breakfast every day. I start work at the same time. I work out at the same time. And then I do all of the activities that I expect to do. So in a way, that sort of gives me a feeling of control. I think I mentioned it in the previous episode before na at least a structure gives me a sense of control. Pero in relation to what keeps me motivated to just stick to that routine, what I tried to make sure of was that the things I put in my routine are things that actually help me, not just things that I put in there for the sake of filling up my time. Because for example, if I put in my time na okay, I watch TV for 2 hours senselessly. I just browse through videos on YouTube. I didn't spend that 2 hours na tama talaga, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent let's say I spent 1 hour exercising. I know that those 1 hour workouts every day until the lockdown ends will still mean something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I make sure na I know that the things I put in my routine are things that help me grow rather than things that hold me back.
I hear you, boy. That's some real
So that's more on my end.
yeah.
What keeps you that's what keeps
Diba?
you in
Yeah.
a way going, and yeah, that's nice.
Motivated.
Yeah.
Oo, kasi alam ko may bunga siya eh, na even
Actually,
if let's say I started off with, diba? Like even if you the mindset that I had, let's say working out, the mindset that I had was, okay, lockdown tayo since March. If I work out every single day and I improve, ito yung you improve every day by 1%. At the end of the year, you've improved, I don't know by how many percent. May author na nagsabi nun eh. But the point is, you've improved. So no matter how small your progress is, as long as you keep putting in the work, you keep moving forward. Eh. So you don't see immediate results, it's fine. The lockdown won't end tomorrow.
yeah.
Diba? So
Throw
you
it
have more
to
than enough
bro.
time to work.
I'd like to throw it to Doms in this one, man. Like, how about you, Doms? Like, how do you maintain this sharpness towards your craft, man?
Honestly, for me, it's more of um, you guys. Kasi syempre, ayoko rin mapahuli like with, seeing how you guys are all consistent, whether it's with fitness. I mean, lalo na with fitness or your work. So I don't want to be like left behind, especially with all of the progress we made prior to the lockdown.
Yo, that's a
Diba?
great point, actually. To hone in on
Mm.
that. You know that saying when they say your tribe attracts your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like we
Yeah.
Mm.
actually all influence ourselves in terms of like with every singular thing that we do individual. Like even
Mm.
though I have my own thing, it actually has a, I would say, well, a direct effect in a way to the people that I'm rocking with, like on the daily.
Yeah.
I get that, bro. Like I feel you. I feel you. Like
Diba?
yeah.
Kasi in a way, like I don't think pressure is the right word.
Mm.
But of course, you want to keep up and you want to put out the best version of yourself in, just like the people you're hanging out with are.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's nice. That's nice.
Diba? And of course, like what we do, we always share whatever info we have, whether it's on nutrition, mental health,
Yeah.
just to ensure that everyone is getting better as well.
That's some real shit.
This, diba? Yeah,
Yep.
that's for me. Hmm.
Your thoughts, Migs, like how we just like continue to just build on efficiency with it. You know what I mean?
Yun nga eh, like again, going back to everything, I agree with Mar and Dom. It's so easy to fall in the trap of doing the same thing every day,
Mm.
doing mindless habits every day. Kasi we're in that trap na parang, okay, how long will this lockdown be? I'll just wait it out, wait it out, wait it out.
Yeah.
Diba? That's why people get stuck, I think. Ako, pare, what motivates me? I try my best. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect with it na parang,
Oh,
oh, I'm so efficient every day.
same.
No, there are days when I'm not efficient. There are days when I'm not efficient, I'm not gonna lie. But
For sure.
I know that when I wake up, I know, okay, I have to do something.
Mm.
Going back to what Moira said, I have to do something that has value and purpose for my growth.
Mm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just talking about physical growth, mental growth. I'm talking about everything. Mental growth, financial growth, lahat. Because here's the thing, here's reality. Pare, this lockdown is gonna end soon. I don't know soon, but it's gonna end eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then maybe it will come to a point where we go back to living our own lives. I want to make sure the reason why I'm motivated to stay efficient even during the lockdown is I want to make sure that the moment when we get out of lockdown, I will be a better version of myself
Real shit.
as compared to when
Yep.
I went into lockdown. Because I think
Yes.
Yeah.
because I think if you come out of this lockdown and then you're exactly the same person who came into the lockdown, you just wasted that entire lockdown.
Yeah, true.
Like that's my thing. Like again, my point is when I get out of this, I want to be a better investor. I want to be a better entrepreneur. I want to be better with our craft. Bert, everyone here, when we talk about fitness, I want to be more knowledgeable with it. Because again, this is about looking at the opportunities that we can do while we're at home. And I
It's
know
so
it
much
sucks.
time.
I know it sucks, but this is the best time to really zone in on yourself. Eh.
Yourself. Yeah.
Diba?
Actually nga, may nabasa nga ako. Alam mo yung mga lumalabas-labas sa Facebook and stuff na alam mo yung mga posts na may mga quotes.
Yeah.
There was this one quote I saw na you don't have to pressure yourself with like improving during this lockdown because you also I mean gets ko naman yun. Gets ko yun. Pero I think in the context of you having the opportunity or the resources to actually improve yourself,
Yes.
why not make use of it, diba? I mean, understandably, not everyone is as privileged or as lucky as we are in terms of where we stand. So we have this opportunity. Pero yun nga eh, for people who have it, don't use that overarching statement na, I have to be kinder to myself. Yes, you do, but being kind to yourself also means not depriving yourself of an opportunity to grow. Eh.
Actually, now that you mentioned that more, I know. I don't want to seem insensitive naman. But again, pare, I'm not, again, there are days during the lockdown when I'm so inefficient. As in, my days na parang, yo, what the hell are you doing? You're not doing anything. Kasi sometimes you just feel like hindi ka ginaganahan.
Yeah.
Diba? And I think, Bert, we talk about this all the time. Yeah, you address these things. You address it. You don't just shove it away. You take time for yourself and then regroup, however way you want to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
so I understand rin na parang yes, you do not have to pressure yourself to be doing something. But if that's an efficient way for you to handle your time, then by all means do it. If it is. If it will lead to your betterment, there go for it.
I suppose like just to like slide this in, like I suppose internal conversations that we have recently are incredibly heightened in a way because of the fact that we're always just like cooped up inside. You know what I mean? So right now, that's actually I believe is something that we all have to develop, like through time, like just being able to like have better conversations like in our heads, like to ourselves. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you really want to execute, you gotta like bank in on yourself, like. And you won't be able to really bank in on yourself if you have like hella doubts inside. And I'm guilty of that, like for real.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah. That's why like acknowledging things is like the first step in a way, but at the same time, like when it comes to execution, that's like a whole nother thing. And
that's a really good point, Bert, actually, that about executing, because if you want to be consistent, you should like what you're doing. Like you should genuinely, it should be something that you genuinely want to build. You're not doing it half-heartedly. Like an example is, well, sige, let's not use convos as an example. Kunwari, something as simple as working out or like exercise. You should want, Mario mentioned this during one convo, but you should want to do it for yourself and not for any other reason, like to motivate, to prove someone wrong, to show them that you could reach this certain weight. Like you should genuinely want it for yourself and for your own health.
Actually, because you mentioned convos, I actually want to like tap into that. Like,
let's talk about it. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I suppose like with every team that tries to do something, or with us specifically, like then like I suppose like having off days are inevitable. Like we all experience that. And even with
Mm.
convos, like during this process of ours, wherein we're trying to grow our brands and whatnot,
Mm.
Mhm.
especially on convos, when we feel like a bit off. But at the same time, I just love the fact that at the end of the day, we all try to just
Yep.
push each other and just like,
Yeah.
yo, I know the vibes aren't feeling right now, but at the same time, it's just like, let's just like
Yeah.
go on and do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's something
What's
that I appreciate because it's something that we're experiencing ourselves.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think important talaga is the execution, like with anything. Whether you do it perfectly or not, what's important is that you did something.
Yeah, and it builds
It,
our character for real.
yep. It's better than doing nothing at all.
Yes.
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah,
On that note, Dom, it's yun nga, it goes back to whether it's good or not, it's about consistency.
mm,
Like
Definitely.
itong convos. Let's talk about convos. Why do we do this every week? Okay, why? It practice like we get to practice just like what Bert said, being mindful with their own thoughts,
mm.
just having
Mhm.
a conversation. That's what convos is all about, naman.
Yeah. It's
I
in the
mean,
name.
diba? That's what we're
Nga
after.
naman.
Yeah, yeah,
And kahit
Yeah.
na kahit na sobrang tamad tayo sometimes, bro, we still gotta do it because I mean, in a way, this is our time to do it. This is the easiest time to do it as compared to before when we would have to meet up in a place.
Personally. Yeah.
that's some real,
Mm.
that's some real shit. And for me personally, one thing that I could say, which is actually similar to what Dom's mentioned earlier. At the end of the day, because of the fact that I'm doing this with y'all, I like at the end of this thing that we're doing, I don't want to disappoint y'all too. Like real talk. That's one thing that I have inside. Like during
Mhm.
this whole process.
Mm.
Like I know we all have our singular roads, but at the end of the day, I'm loving the fact that as like brothers, we're all trying to build something with it,
Yeah,
like through this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shit.
don't worry,
And
Bert.
help out other people too. I mean, who knows, the people listening to our episodes actually get useful information.
Yeah, at the end
Yeah.
of the day,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's really more of like having like these dialogues and hopefully for like the listeners to like I know to have like thought nuggets to resonate with. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah. Pero yun yung interesting eh. Like, in general, for example, those days na sobrang tamad na tayo and we have to really push ourselves. Perfect example is New Year's resolution, for
Mm,
example.
That's
Diba?
nice. Yeah, that's actually
It comes to the point na parang, ba't ko ba ito ginagawa? Diba? There are days na, yung sabi nga natin, there are days, for example, even with convos na we feel so down. Pero for everyone here, like anyone can jump on this question. Like, what's that one thing that you think about whenever you get those thoughts?
mm.
Like, what
whenever you
what
feel like
pushes you?
letting go, whenever you feel
Oh,
like
for example, working out. Parang, but kailangan pa ba mag-workout? Yun nga, just as an example, if initially your motivations to work out were to look good in front of other people, and then biglang nagka-lockdown. So parang sa isip mo, ba't ba ako mag-workout? Wala naman makakakita sa akin. Eh. Hindi ka naman mapagyayabang ng katawan ko eh.
again,
What's the point?
like I love that question. Again, I don't want to always talk about like workout and fitness, but more good point. Ako, one of the main reasons, if ever going back to that New Year's resolution thing, during New Year, sobrang ganado ka eh. You're like, I will
Mm-hmm.
do it 100%. The thing that pushes me to commit, even if I'm feeling so down, the first thing that comes into my mind is, okay, if you stop with this now, 100% sure you're gonna regret it
Mm.
1 week after,
Yeah.
2 weeks after. That's what pushes me. That's what keeps me going
Nice.
because I knew at one point I wanted to do it badly. I
Nice.
knew at one
That's
point I
nice.
wanted to do it badly. And I knew And I know na if ever I say, sige, wag na, tatamad na ako, I don't wanna do it, I don't wanna commit to it anymore. At the back of my head, I know there's some, like, the Miguel in me is telling me, alam mo, magsisisi ka a week.
Pagsisisihan mo yan.
Uh,
Yeah.
You know
So
what?
just
Yeah. So
do it.
yeah, just to actually build on that, regrets one hell of a motivator. Like one hell of a motivator.
Yeah, that's so scary,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
Again, that's so scary. That's so scary.
Like I'm pretty sure everyone has like gone through these thoughts of like being in your deathbed and like not wanting to have a list of what ifs. You know what I mean?
That's so scary, man. That's so
Like
scary.
I consistently
Yes,
think
sir.
of like shit. I don't want to like look back when I'm like hella old and be like shit. I should have like at least like
I know. Yeah.
Yes.
gave it a try.
I mean, pare, ako nga, right now, I have these thoughts eh. I
Real,
have these,
real shit.
like, I have these thoughts na parang, oh damn, maybe I should have done this. But I know that's a different topic altogether. Different topic altogether where we talk about regrets na parang, but hey, we move forward from it. But these thoughts will always be there.
But the same,
Kaya,
just to like
Pero
flip,
magandang point yan eh.
yeah, like
Yeah.
just to flip it, we actually use that fear to like really push ourselves further. You know what I mean? Like, what are your thoughts on that, Mara? I'm vibing that you have something to say about it.
No, kasi yung point nga ni Maxon is you anticipate that you will regret it in the future. So rather than go through that regret, do something about it now.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi inevitably, for example, ito, Convos. Kanina lang, we thought that we wouldn't be pushing through with this episode.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure tomorrow we would have regretted na
100%.
tayo nag-record eh. Sana nakapag-release tayo ng 3 straight weeks.
yeah.
Yo, but honestly, right now, what I'm feeling, I feel lighter. 'Cause
Yes!
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I mean,
Diba?
doesn't it feel good na parang sometimes there's a barrier that you have to get to. If that you have to break. Whenever you have to do something, there's always that initial barrier that the moment you break it, you're at that, I'd say it's that flow state in a way rin, Bert. Eh.
Yeah.
The moment you break it, you're cruising. You're feeling good. You're like, oh damn, why did I not want to do this in the first place? And dali lang pala.
Yeah.
It's always that initial
The
step.
first step.
It's always the initial step.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
with everything, pare, like you always think that someone tamad ako to do this, but when you're in it, you're like, this isn't that bad. Dom didn't want to join nung una. Dom didn't want to join nung una, diba? So you get the
called you out, Doms.
diba?
Pero yun, Dom, for example, sa'yo, what went through your mind kanina? Like, it's a good example. It's a fresh example eh.
Ah.
That's nice. Go. It's nice, man. Just so that it's framed well. Dom, a while ago you did not want to be part of this episode.
Yeah.
But you know that we shoot videos every week.
Mhm.
Why?
Yes,
And
sir.
what pushed you to do it?
Why
What motivated
did you put on a
you to
shirt?
go?
What made you
Peer
put on
pressure.
a shirt, Doms?
Joke lang. I don't know. I guess it's the same thing. With me, kasi like I actually got good insights from all three of you, because when it comes to uh, executing and going through, like I tend to fall apart sa first barrier pa lang na ganun. Yeah, like it's common with me. I think it's a mental thing rin. Like not just, well, kanina, it was a good example, but like, kunwari with working out or like stop, you guys know, like, minsan, I try to stop some vices, like sugar, ganun, di ba? Yung sugar addiction ko. So like, getting through that barrier, it doesn't really last long for me. Pero I like the insights you guys shared. I'll take note of that. Lalo na yung regret. It's true. Like when I'm 105 in my deathbed.
105.
Oh man,
105.
pare, yo,
Lupit.
side note, in the Philippines, pare, grabe,
105,000, you 130. 5,000.
130 years old. I wanna meet them. Gusto ko sila
Okay.
makilala. And gusto ko malaman secret. How to live that long.
130.
5,000 sila. Pero yeah,
Grabe.
totoo, I like what you guys shared. I'll actually try to apply it also. Because yung regret, like, you wouldn't want to say, I could have had this lifestyle, or I could have had this body, or I could have lived longer just if I did this more consistently.
Yo, just to like cap things off already and just like, you know, put it
Ang
all.
bilis ng oras ah.
Yeah, bud. Let's have like our last thoughts on things in terms of like what we got from this conversation that we just had. Like, for one, from this dialogue alone, it made me appreciate more about how important it is to have like a good group behind you, around you, even, because it will lead you to like actually maintain your motivation, like real talk.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
if your people don't slack, you'll just like continue to just like push forward. Like, yes, you'll have off days, but the fact that you see your boys like do their thing, that's actually gonna push you, propel you forward continually. So that's one thing I learned from today's dialogue. So which was
Same. I think that's one of the most useful pieces of info that I got rin. Na parang I will always remember that starting now, where whenever I have that urge to slack off or just take it easy, I mean, or just be stagnant in a way, I
yeah,
will always remember na parang, yo, we gotta move forward no matter what way. Build on yourself, your physical, mental self, whatever. Just build on it, no matter how small it is. As long as you're moving forward, it's still progress a bit. Eh.
yes, sir.
Mm.
And it's a step towards just being a better version of yourself.
Progress, real shit. Mark, last thoughts, buddy.
Yeah. I think yun nga, I don't want to be put in a position that I'll regret not making good use of my time.
Yeah.
Yun lang talaga yun. Like, I don't want to, especially with this quarantine, I don't want to look back and say na I didn't make, parang I didn't maximize that opportunity when I could have grown so much.
Yeah.
Yun talaga. Even
But
after quarantine.
Yeah. On that note, there's absolutely no pressure to do something during the like take all the time you need
Yeah,
if
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
is really affecting you. But again, it's the same thing. That time you take for yourself, that's you being a better version. That's you addressing those internal convos in your head. So
give it
it's
a try.
still a step forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give it a try. Give it a good old try. That type of shit.
You just
Kayo
have
daw.
to overcome that first barrier, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Doms,
No way.
last words for the viewers.
Yeah.
Any random
Ayan
thoughts?
na.
Any
Ayan na.
random thoughts, Doms?
Eto na.
I think yung journey ko the past few hours just exemplified everything. Kasi 'di ba, as you guys said, I didn't want to join today's episode, but you guys, you motivated me to join, so I'm here. So
We're
now
out.
that I'm here and I actually learned stuff and shared new things and learned about, overcoming that barrier, then I actually did what I was supposed to do, which is appear in this episode.
Hey,
Thanks to
Agad.
See,
we're out here. There you go.
galing.
Solid.
Yo, I
Life
think we
imitates
finished
art.
another episode, boys. That's another episode right there.
Yeah, right? Like,
Things up.
you know, it's fun. I mean, we're having this conversation, we're learning stuff, and
Yeah.
we're putting it out there.
Exactly.
That's what
Yes.
we've always wanted to do. So,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and hopefully, di ba, yung iba rin, may ma-pick up. Yun naman talagang important din eh.
Yes.
Not just for us, but
For the
also
one-
for...
Exactly. For the ones who listen to our podcast like consistently, thank you. Really do appreciate you. Hopefully,
yeah.
hella nuggets from this episode again. So from me, Mark, Mags, and Doms, thank you for tuning in episode 27. Peace.
27? Damn!